Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a very special unboxing for you, something that came in here from Rick Hinderer Knives out in Columbus. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here today. Kind of excited about this one. Today I'm opening it up with my Spyderco Manix 2 with the Rockscale Designs titanium scales and the Flightanium cage ball lock. Love this thing. It's a ceramic ball in there, so it's super smooth. And of course I have my Lynch clip, deep pocket carry clip there. So let's go ahead and we'll just take a look at this real quick. All right, we got a little receipt there. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. Paper there. And so, made in the USA, as you can see. 2018 Blade Show, Most Innovation Design. And let's take a look at what this is. This is the XM-18 3.5 inch S45VN slicer, non-flipper. Let's take a look at this. And here we go. What do we got in here? We got a sticker, which is cool. We got the extra washers that come with it, right? And a little card right here, hand assembled and tuned by. Very, very nice. And that's really it that comes in the box, but still very cool. And here it is. I'll put this off to the side. This is the XM-18 non-flipper. This is with the red G10 or maroon G10 scale, I'm assuming. What did they say the color is? Red. I guess this is red. Looks more maroon to me, but there we go. Notice no flipper. So that means I think the tuning is going to be a little different. I noticed these look a little more accessible. So let's give it a flick. Well, first of all, let's look. Dead center. Yeah, we're dead center. That's nice. There's the G10, nice scales all the way around. And on the back, the hardware, it's got the tip down, which I'll be switching, obviously. All right, let's give it a shot. Here we go, ready? Not bad. Let's check the action going down. Well, that's pretty nice. Flips reverse nicely. Oops, gotta make sure you clear the D10. There we go. Now it does have a finger choil, so you can choke up on this nicely. The jimping's pretty aggressive here for sure. But yeah, you get a good grip. Medium to medium large hands, look at that. Got some nice room here. Definitely room if you choke up, plenty of room. Don't care for the clip up here. I think definitely that will have to move for sure. That's not very comfortable right there. Not a fan of that clip and that location. But let's look at that blade. It's a nice flat grind, not a hollow grind. Relatively sharp. It is S45VN steel, which is one of those steels that Rick Hinderer helped design. I think he did the S35VN and the S45VN, so I think they had a hand in that, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that was Rick Hinderer. But the action is really nice. I do like that a lot. And so those extra washers are because this is the tri-way lock, and you can tell that right there. Typically, that would be on the flipper button that's down there, but there's no flipper on this, which allows it to close nicely. And so all you gotta do is clear that, and you've cleared the detent. So let's figure out what that detent is real quick. So here's, let's see, we go right here. All right, so we're cleared with the detent right there. So right there when we're clear, as long as I get my finger there, I'm okay. But if it does drop, let's see if I drop over here. Yeah, I gotta be careful. So you wanna make sure that you get past that right there, right? But the action's really nice. I have to admit, it is really nice. Now, there's a couple things I wanted to do with that. I saw the red G10 scale, and it was like the fact I could get one. So I went ahead and bought this already ahead of time. This is the translucent one, and I figured I really wanted black, or you know, I wanted a titanium one, but I think I would rather have this on there than the maroon. So I'm going to be switching that out. So we'll do a swap of that. And I think I might have a clip that could fit this. I actually used it on a McNeese knife, so I might use that over here. I think it was originally a Rick Hinderer knife that I got from another manufacturer, so I'm going to be putting that on there. But we might do that as a second video. But let's just take a look at this. So I've owned a Rick Hinderer Jurassic before. This is my first XM-18. Now it is a little bit bigger. I have to admit, I still love the quality over here. It's nicely chamfered. All that is great. One thing you can see, so like if you're doing a reverse grip, you got some traction here and here. So if you need to do a cut, like a push cut with the back, that's really nice. You've got some good traction here for good grip. All that traction works really well in here as well. Let's see here. Nice action. It's a little cutaway there, so it's pretty good access to there. You can get in there because of that, but it's not necessarily Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily cut away. It does stick up a little bit. This is not super aggressive, so it hurts or anything, but it's easy to get access. I will tell you that. So the access there is pretty easy. So when I get in here, yeah, it's pretty easy. It's not difficult to get to. Would like that to be a little more chamfered or a little cut away or scalloped or whatever they call that, right? You know, that might be nice just to have a little more cutaway there. Now I see that part there, which is nice for where your thumb goes, right? So it's easy to get to like that. Let's do a left-handed. That should reverse pretty easily. Left-handed, right? Yeah, it does. Let's do that again. Yep, there we go. And let's do, yeah, there we go. No problem, left-handed. But I'm definitely going to move that clip for sure. Yeah, we'll have to do that. I'll need a Phillips screwdriver for that. And I'll need a flathead screwdriver for that. And then I'll need to make a special little tool on that one. I'll need to get like a penny and a wire cutter. What I have is like a wire cutter pliers. And I've used a penny before to create that. I don't have the actual tool for this, but there's some things you can do to get around that, right? So we'll do that. And these all look like they're T8s, I think. Let's go ahead and just double check that. Yeah, here we are. T8s. You can see that? So let's just confirm that. Yep. Yeah, T8s, that's all good. Yeah, that's probably a T6, unfortunately, but I would not mess with, I don't need to mess with that. It's a little loose though. Almost feels like it might be a T7. I have a T7, but I haven't packed away because I don't typically use those. But there you go. I like that little texture there. I like the back part here. I would like to get a titanium scale. I think this would look nicer with a titanium scale. But I got to tell you, the one thing that I had an issue with my Jurassic was the flipper didn't allow you to get a good grip up here. It kind of stuck out of the way, and you certainly couldn't choke up on this. But this one, you certainly can. It's got a nice, robust, thick, sturdy kind of blade with that S45 and this is a stone washed, which I really like. I like stone washed. That's nice. Not satin, and it's not that... I don't know what you call the other one. He has one that's like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's another one. I had the Jurassic in it. Battle, I was like Battle, I don't want to say Battle Bronze, but it was Battle Blue or something like that. It's a hard, aggressive kind of it's almost like, it's not quite like the Atomic Wash. I would say like McNee's Atomic Wash is like stone washed with like steroids, right? It's like a little more aggressive stone wash, but it's still kind of stone washed, and it looks, I like that look. Their battle finish, I think it's called a battle finish, is a little, I don't know, it just looks like it's almost dirty, right? Not as dirty. I mean, I didn't hate it, right? But I didn't like it as much as the stone wash. I think the stone wash is what I like more. So there you go. That action is really good though. I'm very pleased with the action coming right out of the box. And no blade play, and they're solid. Let's look at it going into the detent here real quick. Yeah, nice click. No detent lash. Dead center. Action's really nice. I like that. Reverse flick is really nice. I like that. I like the chamfering all the way around the blade. There's no hot spots there. The edge, let's look at that edge real quick. The edge looks pretty even on both sides. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty even. I'd say it's pretty even. Looks like it comes up. Definitely, you know, it's definitely a flat grind, so you can see that. It's not a hollow grind, but that's okay. Definitely a slicer. It seems like it's a little thinner of a blade, right? But still really nice. I like that. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Drops down really well. That's nice. I do like that. My only worry is if I go past that, yeah, you got to be careful because you got that little part right there and you want to make sure you catch it. If I'm over here, I just don't want to push here and for that to come down like that and slice me, right? I want to at least catch with my thumb. But if I do that, it catches pretty well there. I just got to make sure I get past the detent. That's going to be the big deal, right? So the flipper that was here before, it's almost like a flipper delete type of knife. But I believe the detent is tuned a little bit differently if you have a flipper. It's a little harder flip. And I think the idea is that thumb studs weren't supposed to be as useful or as used as much, but here they work pretty well. So I do like that. Definitely better action. I do like the Cade ceramic ball bearings on this. That's really nice. So that's enjoyable for sure. for sure. Absolutely for sure. All right, there we go. Well, this is the Rick Hinderer XM-18 with the red scale. I think I'm going to like to change that scale. I am going to, hopefully, one of my goals is to get a titanium scale at some point. Would very much like to put that on here. I think that would make this look really, really outstanding. But I do like that. I like that action a lot. Very, very smooth. Yeah, really smooth, really smooth. Okay, that's nice, that's nice. And I can't wait for this to break in really well. It feels like it's almost broken in already. So that's really nice. See, it's a very, very controlled shut. For sure, yeah. There we go. Yeah, and then the clip's going to be probably, yeah, with this clip, it's going to be about that deep carry, which is a little out for me. Definitely taking full advantage of the handle. You can see that, right? Full advantage of the handle. So good hand to grip ratio there. Let's see, where's the center of this? Yeah, the center of the blade is right there where your finger is, so it's very balanced in your hand. I like that. Definitely a nice thick blade. What else? We talked about this. Wish that was cut out a little bit more. I am curious. I did pull this one out over here. Is it exactly the same? Yeah, I think it is. Well, this one's more angled. Well, hold on a second here. Is it the same? It looks the same once you put it on top, right? It looks the same. Yeah, it looks the same, but this to this, I don't know. This almost looks like from here to here. Can't quite tell. Yeah, this looks flat right here, but I think that's an illusion because of the red. And this looks rounded. I think that's an illusion because of the clear. So if I'm looking at, yeah, so yeah, definitely an illusion. So because if you look here, you can see they both look rounded, right? I do wish it was in a little more cutaway here. That would be nice. I think a little cutaway there would really be helpful for this. Definitely have a little more cutaway. I don't know. I would prefer it. I'm sure some people have done that, but there you go. That is kind of cool. I do like that a lot. That's nice. Make sure you get in there. Okay, make sure you don't get your hand on there. Yep. As long as you get your hand on the lock bar. If I'm down here, the problem is, yeah, I'm okay down here. Definitely got to move that clip. All right, I want to do that in another video because I need to take this apart and I need the right tools. I want to make sure I have all that in place. But I did want to take it out of the pocket real quick and just, take it out of the box and do an unboxing. I do like that. And by the way, if you didn't know what the tri-way lock is, what it is you can replace, there's cage ceramic ball bearings in there, and you can replace them with these phosphor bronze washers or these Teflon washers. And Teflon and phosphor bronze allow it so that there's no particles that can get inside of them. Teflon's going to be less corrosive, and it's going to be more for a very dirty, oily environment or something. Phosphor bronze, if you're around a lot of, I guess, caustic or corrosive stuff, maybe Teflon would be better. And phosphor bronze gives you a more controlled Chris Reeve kind of a feel to it. It's more smooth, I guess you could say. But I definitely see the appeal here in this over my Jurassic. Yeah, I really don't think I would like to. Yeah, I'm glad I got rid of the Jurassic because it's not as appealing as this is. And I'm glad I didn't get the flipper because I do like this more. Now, oh, wait. Yes, sir. I got the middle finger flick. No problem. Let me do that again, sorry. Look at that, nice middle finger flick. Can we do it over here? I gotta get in here. Oh, problem is every time I'm pushing over here, and you gotta make sure you're clear. So, yeah, I can do it. I gotta move the clip. But it definitely looks like it's certainly a candidate for, let me do that again. Get in there, hold on. Of course, now I can't do it. What am I doing wrong? There we go, middle finger flick. Guess I just got to get the placement right there and then bring it in. It's also a little slippery, so, let's see. There we go. Yeah, there you go. That does work. Very cool. All right, well, stay tuned for part 2. We'll have a part 2 video where we'll do that, and we'll get the clip, and I'll get all that out, and we'll do a little bit of that. I don't think there's going to be any tuning involved, because the tuning here is outstanding, quite frankly. It really is, especially for this, and for the middle finger reverse flicking. It's perfect. I mean, it's just really outstanding. So they tuned this, as far as I'm concerned, perfectly. It is a little, it's not super light for me. I would definitely call it my medium. So some people might think it's a little light, but you get a nice strong detent, I think. The detent's pretty sharp. Can you fail it? You can, absolutely, but you can also, I think you can roll this open too if you wanted. Yeah, you could definitely roll this open for sure, and you can roll it open left-handed, yeah, like that. But there's enough of a detent, even when I start to break the detent a little bit, it really wants to go. So, see like it almost, and I'm really barely trying to, because I'm trying to roll it, it still wants to get away from me, and it goes. So, I like this. I like this a lot. All right, very good. This is titanium on the back here. These are steel, nice 3 back spacers, really solid. I think there's some things you can get for in here for tools, which I think is cool. It does have a your lanyard hole, not prioritized, obviously. I like that. I do like the fact that I can put a deep pocket carry clip. I can probably get something from various people where it could be much deeper than this, but this is a pretty robust, a pretty strong clip, so that's nice. It's not super thin. This is along the lines of the later McNeese clip, which I do like, so that's nice. Yeah, like you can see right here, even the Spyderco, the Lynch clip for the Spyderco is right here. That's a pretty deep clip too, so I'm sure, I don't know if Lynch has anything or if it's going to be AMW or AMG or AMX. I forget who it is, but there's somebody else. And I think that's the clip I have. I have to find it. And then we'll go ahead and do an install for that. But yeah, there we go. So this is just an unboxing, first impression, before we do anything with it. If you guys have any questions for me about this, please comment down below. I do try to reply to all my comments. If you have any questions about my review that will be upcoming, please let me know. Any things you'd like to see, I'd love to hear from you. Any ideas for new videos, I'd love to hear from you as well. And appreciate you guys watching. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or entertaining, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you hit that like button, would you consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel, allows me to produce more content, do more things, allows the channel to grow, and even do more things for you guys. So I really appreciate that. And if you've done all that, maybe consider hitting the notification button as well down below so you can be notified of future content as soon as it occurs. And if you've done all that, then maybe check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.